Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon. Nice to see you and
Okay, ma'am.
congratulations, Ram.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
And how you're feeling?
Ma'am, the feeling is great. It has been really a journey of like full of excitement since the results have been out. A lot of calls have been coming, so a lot of congratulatory atmosphere has been there since the results. So the feeling is great. I'm trying to process all that has happened over the few days. So overall, it is great.
That's great. That's great. And you're basically you're from which state? Madhya Pradesh, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm from Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior district of Madhya Pradesh.
Can you tell me briefly about yourself? How did all started? How did this preparation journey started?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Uh, Ma'am, the journey has been long. I started after my college, so in 2019 only I started my preparation. I gave my attempt during COVID as well, and I was able to reach the interview stage twice, but I was not able to find my name in the finals list. In the year 2021, I got into services through state services. So I'm currently working in state services. Meanwhile, I try to attempt at UPSC as well. So fortunately, this time I have got All India rank 505. So the journey has been full of ups and downs. There have been challenges, but fortunately, this year I have been given All India rank 505, and hopefully I'll get into IPS. So that's all.
So this is your fifth attempt, right? And in between, you got into state service. And how
Yes,
did
ma'am.
you manage?
Yes, ma'am. From the last 3 years, I have been working with the state government as Assistant Commissioner PWD Welfare. Yes, ma'am. So it was a little difficult because currently I am posted at a field job. So in the district headquarters. So it was a little tough for me to manage both the work and the studies. So after my office timings, I used to focus mainly on the studies. I tried that distractions such as social media and other Netflix and all. I tried to stay away from them because I used to have that window of like 7 to 8 hours only. In that, I had to do all the studies that I had to do. So it was little difficult, but I could manage. I'm fortunate in that sense.
But there are people who are only focused on UPSC, and there are only few focused on this SPSC. And what is your message to the aspirant that we have to try both? What is your say
Uh,
on that?
my my message would be, ma'am, that in the initial years, when we are preparing for like when we are giving our first and second attempt, then the exam needs full concentration. That you need to give like 100% of your efforts into the UPSC. But once you develop the understanding, once you get the grasp of the prelims and the mains, then not a lot of work has to be done. A lot of studies has to be done, but once basics has to be done, that only refining of the strategy or refining of the answer writing, refining of the uh, uh, basic material that you have read has to be done. So in the initial 1 to 2 attempts, what one can do is full focus has to be given to UPSC. But if one is not successful in the first attempt or in the second attempt, then he should also look after some backup plans, for example state services or some other exams, because everybody knows that the U in the UPSC stands for uncertainty. A lot of things depend on your scores of your optional or your interview marks, which can vary a lot. Therefore some backup plan has to be there. So for that, we can do is we can focus on state services as well. One can divide the time, such as he can focus on state exam as well on the UPSC.
And which you find it difficult, Ramlakhan, whether it is a prelims or your mains or your interview. Where did you find some problem, and how did you swim through it?
Ma'am, fortunately, in my first attempt itself, I got through prelims, and prelims has not been a major hurdle for me. There has been things that I always pass the cutoff of prelims by quite a bit of margin, but I think I was stuck in mains. Though I used to reach to the interview stage, but my marks in my optional were not such that I could get into the final list. So mains was my biggest hurdle. So I had this time tried to focus more on mains. I tried to focus more on answer writing, on refining my strategy for the GS papers and the optional as well. So mains, I would say, was a bit of hurdle for me, but I would say the things vary for people. For there are people uh, who are not able to pass prelims in like in their second, third, fourth attempt, but they get into the final list in the first attempt itself after they pass their prelims hurdle. So it depends. It varies person to person. I would advise that one should gauge their preparation level, whether they are falling short in prelims or in mains, and likewise they should focus more on that part, I would say, ma'am.
You are from a humanities background. You have done your MA in political science, and
Yeah,
that's your optional
uh,
too.
yes, ma'am. I have not done MA. I have done just BA in political science, and that's my optional.
Okay. So how was
Yes,
that?
ma'am.
Was it pre-planned, or is it your interest in political science, and then you ended up with taking that as an optional?
I would say, ma'am, that after even in college only, I had decided that I want to go for the civil services. That's why I did not opt for engineering. Otherwise, all my friends were going for the BTech or BE. They were going for the engineering. I opted for BA in political science. So it was clear to me after passing out my 12th only that I want to prepare for the civil services. That's why I had opted political science, and eventually, I took political science as the optional only because I had studied that in college. And political science is the optional, wherein a lot of guidance is also available. There are coachings, there are ready-made material that you can get in the market, even uh, uh, self-made notes, etc., are also easily available. That was also one of the reasons for choosing optional.
Gurjar, you told me that mains was your struggle. Was it optional, or
Yeah.
which subject specifically? And how did you went through
Uh,
that?
Mainly, it was optional because in optional the marks have been like very varied. Like earlier, I had got like 250 marks and 248. So marks have not been great in optional, because in optional to cross 250 you have to put a lot of hard work. While in GS, I think scores have not been that bad. They were like average, but in it was the optional where I was lagging behind.
Gurjar, what is your message for the future aspirants?
My message to the future aspirants would be, ma'am, first is the hard work. You have to work hard for this exam. There is no alternative to that. You got to slog in for a lot of hours, especially in the initial phase of preparation when you are beginning, because that is the time you are going to build your basics. So you got to put in hours. That is the first requirement of this exam. Second, I would say, do not run behind content. There is a lot of flooding of materials of various coachings, and I would say most of the materials are good only. There is no bad material, but you have to pick that what you want to study. You cannot study all the material from all the coachings. You have to just pick your sources and stick to them and have belief in them. If you are joining some coaching, if you are seeking guidance, then trust that coaching, trust those mentors, and go ahead. Then third, I would say, go through the PYQs, because PYQs are your keys for the preparation. They will guide you that what kind of questions are asked, what are the repeated themes, what are the themes from which you get more number of questions, or what are the themes that you need to focus more on. So I would say these are the basic things one should keep in mind.
What is your experience with Kingmakers IAS Academy, Gurjar? We're happy to have you with us.
Yes, ma'am, the experience has been very good, and I would like to mention that I had followed that although my link with the Kingsmaker academy has been with the regarding interview guidance program. This year I had joined, and even during my 21 attempt also, I remember I had joined Kingsmaker Academy. But I would also like to point out that there is a handout of Kingsmaker Academy that I had gotten somewhere from Telegram. It is a handout of ethics wherein various examples and quotes are given. So I had followed that also of Kingsmaker Academy. So that was very useful in ethics because ready-made examples were there, ready-made uh, quotes were there. So I used those in my ethics and essay paper.
That's great. That's great. Gurjit, who do you want to thank in your life? Your parents and many would have been behind you, pushing you through.
Definitely, my parents have been very supported. My family, my brother and my sister as well, they have been very supported. Apart from that, my friends who have always kept me motivated during the downs, especially the downs in this phase when you do not find your name in the final list. So they are the ones who keep you motivated, who tell you to like push it again, try again. So I'm very thankful to my family, friends, and I'm also thankful to all the mentors and the coachings that I had taken guidance from. They have also been instrumental in my preparation.
Thank you on behalf of Kingmakers IAS Academy, Gurjit. Very happy
Thank
to
you so
see
much,
you
ma'am.
and getting your life story and your struggle and this success also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.